Talk about blessed, sir. You were saved. This explains so much about Twilight. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic. Also, Aisha watches anime. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another episode of Spy Family. We're now on season 3, episode 3, which is called Blank's Memories. So, 2. Blank's Memories 2. So it looks like we're going to do a continuation of Child Lloyd's memories. We ended the episode on a pretty crazy cliffhanger of a literal bomb being dropped in his part of the world. I guess we'll have to see what the fallout of that was and what leads him to potentially becoming the Twilight that we know today. So ready to jump in. Just before I do though, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be part of the fam and know when I drop episodes. All right, without further ado, let's get in. Oh, it's the siren. Oh, now you're setting off the sirens. The bomb's already done dropped. Could have used that a few minutes earlier. That helmet saved his life. Holy crap. Talk about blessed, sir. You were saved. Yeah, you need to get out of the blast zone. They're still dropping. The way they keep censoring his name. Oh, sweetheart. He's in shock. Yeah, he hasn't even taken in what's happened yet. That's so much too. I can't imagine what goes through their minds in places where they've actually experienced war as a child. Like, it's very grateful I've never been through it. Is that where his dad was? I hoped. Yeah, he's gonna be literally shell-shocked for a while. Oh, they're not at home anymore. Nope. Guess this is later. You need to go to shelter first. Oh my god. Please don't tell me this is where he loses his mom. You did as much as you could. Oh my god, is it that serious? Wow, you know, the fact that Twilight is as calm as he is right now is actually a miracle since he went through this. But the fact that you weren't there is why you're still alive. You have been touched by the Lord, child. Both your parents, and both times you survived the bombing. And if he has deep hatred for Westania, or I mean for Westalis. Understandable now. Is that your real name? Yes. So that's not his real name either. That is a haunting visual. This explains so much about Twilight. Oh, this is where he met. Oh, they've known each other this long. Yeah, he's not soldier material, clearly. Damn. You think? War is so stupid. I mean, he can't get any worse, can it? Very true. And pain. Ah! This is really smart, actually. Is it? Because of context. Oh, that part. But yes. More stupid. Summed up. Thank you. Preach. Preach. This is what I've been saying about war for ages. The propaganda on both sides. And that could be true. And you don't have any on your side? Talking sense.
みんなが死んだ。それが真実だ。
Amen.
お互い様だ。
Mm.
俺の世界から全てを奪った。
You? Him? Personally? That kid's the same age as you.
みんなの仇を。
But this guy who did nothing. Helmet saved him again! He's like, I'm not see, he could have finished you off. Holy crap, that's a what is that made out of? Adamantium? Because holy crap, he literally took a shot to the head. That's 2 head wounds, by the way, in the same side. See, blood in the same space. No wonder he doesn't remember anything. Yeah, this is so riveting. I'm loving getting this history. His friends made it. Oh, thank God. I really thought they died. Back at ya. Well, I mean, so did you. Someone connected with his past. It's funny. The Twilight we know now he doesn't cry at all. Oh, carrying that. Saved their lives. Yeah, the fact that y'all made it this far is actually a miracle. He's like, I wasn't gonna brag, but I'm kind of amazing. Yeah, they're healthy. So they gotta go. I kind of lied. Still lying to his friends now, huh? Why do I get a sinking feeling it's the last time he's gonna see them again? I don't even know what's worse. God, yeah. Is it worse that he thought they died as kids or to lose them again? I'm sorry. Maybe if you knew. Could you prove it? Now you're asking the right questions. Yep. And that's what they count on. That's the way they get you. They don't want you asking these questions. Just playing on your emotions. That's a pessimistic view. Sure. Military. Really? Okay. Worse. This is how he got scouted. That's the truth. You will. Exactly. It's not even asking. Damn, so many instructions. That's true. That's true. Unfortunately, the world's changed for you forever. But that doesn't mean you can't have a good future. Indeed. Why should he? Don't call me by my name, sir. We'd like to know. I would remember it if you told me. For the babies. Really? Also, because you blackmailed me, there's that too. It's exactly, you little liar. You little liar. He's back! I can imagine. Damn, I wonder how many times he dreams about that. Oh. He was out of it. Damn, that shock. Anya, you shocked this man to his core. Oh, he doesn't remember. I'm surprised you can read his dreams. There. It's okay. Take some affection. There you go. You just had a small stroke. It's okay. Damn! comfort her immediately.
ダミアン君と仲良くなったんだろ
Exactly.
よかったじゃん
Friendship matters, exactly.
友達は大切にしろ
Hmm. She's like, where the hell did that come from?
お夕飯の準備しましょうか。
Please let it be Lloyd. Interesting. I wonder how much he genuinely doesn't remember versus how much he doesn't want to remember.
お前は絶対食べたらダメだからな
代わ
Sorry.
りに私が何かごちそうを作りますね。
Why do you hate him? Can we just not buy some store-bought kibble? Like, why are we torturing Bond like this? The new outro being Lloyd's memories from being a child is actually crazy, considering what we now know. That's actually nuts. All right, guys. Well, that was episode 3. And that was, like I said, this is probably the deepest episode that we've had in a long time. Like, I don't think we've gotten into the darkness of the war and the actual situation happening between Ostiana and Westalis since season 1. And I mean, well and good, because this is definitely more of a lighter type of anime, but I really think that it was good. Like, I think it's great for us to get some history on Lloyd, because we have nothing on Twilight. We have nothing. Season 1 gave us very little about him outside of what we saw. The fact that he was clearly a top-notch agent, that he's serious about his work, that he's very meticulous, but the emotional side, the actual character development side of Twilight, we haven't seen that so much. We've definitely seen it from Anya, who I'd say, for all intents and purposes, is the lead of the show, and we definitely got some more of Yor, particularly when, again, I can't remember if it's the movie or last season, but either way, the whole thing with the Thorn Princess, why she became an assassin, all those things. So Lloyd's kind of the last, and actually even got Bond's history, if we think about it, of how he came to be. So Lloyd really is the only character we don't have any history on, and that's partly because he doesn't remember a lot of it, right? And as I think I said last episode, the last time we saw Lloyd have a flashback about his childhood was when Yor kicked him. Remember when when she flirted with him, or no, she was drunk and he said something nice, and then she got flustered and she kicked him. So when he was knocked out, he had that memory of his mom comforting him, and he was like, I hadn't thought about my mom in ages, and that was it. But he didn't remember much, because as he was getting consciousness, he started to forget his memory. So like I said, I don't know how much of that, because we're seeing that right up until he was recruited, he knew who he was, he knew his past. So I do wonder if the fact that he doesn't seem to have a ton of memories about his past right now is because of the training, or because he's just chosen to push that down to like lock into this new identity. Because we just heard the recruiter say, you're not gonna be this guy anymore. We're gonna form you into what we need you to be. So it might be a combination of both, but I get now, looking at this history, it is so clear why Lloyd had no interest in, I'm gonna keep calling him Lloyd even though it's Twilight, but anyway, it's so clear why he has no desire to revisit the past, and understandable. But I just want to say, like, on the side note, I am so impressed with the commentary on war that it's giving here. And just like I said, and I've said this in multiple shows that I've reacted to, but I just personally, this is my personal feeling. I know people are going to feel differently about it, but I just feel like war is just one of the most needless things that ever happens and has ever happened in human past, or, you know, what's going on even now. Like, it's just the propaganda from both sides, the way that both sides give the rhetoric that the other is this and that, and all these things to try to stir up the emotional side of people so that they act without thinking, they act without empathy, when really you just sit down and have a conversation. We saw that Lloyd with I always forget the curly haired guy's name, but the two of them just sitting there and talking, and homie just saying like, I didn't even want to, I mean, we have to remember too, with war, a lot of times the men get drafted, right? So a lot of them don't even want to be there, but the only other option that they have if they don't go to the front is to go to jail, or in some countries death. So, you know, they're not there because they want to be. Some of them don't believe in the war, and that's exactly what we heard him say. He's like, I don't believe in this propaganda. I don't believe in any of this. I don't know you. You've done nothing to me for me to pick up a gun and want to take your life. Like, that makes no sense to me. And he's like, we don't know the facts. We don't know who started what, right? And Lloyd, of course, saying like, no, like you. And I think it's just such a great example of like, he obviously had been through so much. He'd lost everything. He was angry. That's part of the grieving process. Is there's usually a phase where we're very angry, and Lloyd really wanted to channel that anger. He had to blame somebody, but he can't just put it on one person, right? It's not something he can singularly say it's your fault. And so just kind of painting this big target on Ostiana was easier. No, Westalis. He's in Ostiana. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, painting that target, on the enemy was easier than him dealing with the fact that he was hurt and felt alone, right? And so anyway, just really, really good, deep messaging in this episode, quite honestly. honestly, and considering that the show is usually about the quirks and the funniness, it was really nice to have this grounded episode talking about a very real topic and just bringing out, like I said, real things about war that are not so pleasant, and just seeing Lloyd's journey from being that angry kid who just wanted to hurt people because he was hurt, to recognizing after losing his friends and going through that experience that, like, what am I doing this for? Like, is this really helping? Is this changing anything? Is this war, is me hurting people going to bring my friends back, bring my parents back? And he knows the answer to those questions, right? So I really like the example that they gave, that the curly-haired guy gave about how they showed a woman slapping a man hard, and now everyone instantly their reaction was, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Like, oh, poor guy, is he okay? Right? Empathy, as well as an aversion to the fact that this violence happened. But then when they said, oh, the reason why she slapped him was because he cheated on her, suddenly now she said that they were laughing. Now it's funny. Now they didn't feel any empathy for his pain. And he said the most important part of that is, he said, we don't know if it was true, right? They just told us that, but is that true? But just giving us the idea of that, we can already, like you said, in an instant, shift from empathy to derision, empathy to judgment, right? And that's so real of life. So I love that example, and I'm gonna definitely use that in life about how easy it can be to manipulate us as humans when we look at, when perspective and certain things are put in front of us. And really, I think the moral of this story was, you need to dig, you need to investigate, you need to really ask yourself, because you can't control everything, as Lloyd figured out. He's like, I can't stop, even if I'd known this and that, there's no guarantee that my knowing would have stopped my friends from being on that mission that went badly. But he's like, what he can do is question for himself. And what we can do is question for ourselves, is this the right thing as far as I'm concerned? Like, am I fighting for what's important to me, right? Does that make sense to me? And then from there, you make your decisions, right? And so anyway, I really like this episode. Honestly, I think it might be one of my favorites as far as just the symbolism of it, the background information on Twilight, the understanding that just seeing the journey, like I said, of where he's come from to where he is now. And just, again, that beautiful message at the end when Anya was freaking out because she could read his mind about, how the operation now is kind of in jeopardy, and his answer just being, you looked out for your friends, and that's what's important, because that's something that he would do. And we've seen that Lloyd has gone off script more than once for his family. So anyway, great episode. I love that a lot. This season's been coming with some depth, and I'm really enjoying it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.